Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the top five 2020 Chase Elliott diecast. I tell you what, man, number one might shock you. So without further ado, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, and let's go ahead and check it out. So when I look at top five diecasts here, I have to consider a lot of different things. You know, how does the paint scheme look on track? How does it look compared to the diecast raced versions? My number five on this list that's quietly became a very hard to find Chase Elliott car. 2020 Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Chase Elliott Chevrolet Camaro. This was, I believe, only ran once at the Busch Clash, which was the last Daytona Oval one to date. I love this paint scheme. I freaking love this paint scheme. I think it was the first Chase Elliott 2020 car to be reduced on the 2020 mode. So a lot of people used it for customs and stuff like that. So that definitely reduced the overall population of this diecast. But nonetheless, beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. No one knew that Mountain Dew would be stepping away from the sport after his championship run. But what a beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. Absolutely. Top five, gotta give it up there. You know, there was a lot of good paint schemes, but I have to say that 2021 might have a better paint scheme lineup. Number four on my list, 2020 Phoenix Raced Virgin Championship car. Oh my goodness, man, this is such a cool diecast. This is such a cool car. It doesn't matter if it's 164, 124. This is going to be one epic freaking diecast, guys. The 124 even has a cut fender. Not sure how the 164 is going to look, but easily top five. Now, some people would have this at the top of their list because it's the championship car. This is what he won the championship with. I'm going based off more of looks of the paint scheme rather than what the paint scheme, so to speak, means. It's a really cool tribute to Jimmy Johnson with the yellow numbers on there. I wish they would have put some confetti on this car too. You know, you think about 2015 Kyle Busch, Homestead, you know, 2016 Jimmy Johnson, etc. It really makes the paint scheme look really cool. Unfortunately, though, 2020 was the 1 year confetti was pretty much out the door. But nonetheless, fourth place on my list right there for the championship one, which might surprise some people because I imagine a lot of Chase Elliott fans, like myself, would put it number one. Number three on my list, this might be a little bit of a wild card. Chase Elliott's Hooters truck. Now, technically they had two different versions of this paint scheme. You had the Gold Series one that had, I think, the Hooters Spirits decal on the deck lid, or not deck lid, but the bed cover of the truck, right? But they also have the Authentics version that has that decal removed because they can't put the alcoholic logos because it's a, you know, retail car. Anyways, I love this Truck Series paint scheme. It's interesting because it's kind of a gloss finish compared to the Cup card that's more of a matte semi-gloss finish, but I love it. I love when Cup Series paint schemes are put on trucks or Xfinity cars, or at least the sponsor. It's really cool. And it reminds me a lot of when Jimmy Johnson drove, I think it was a Bristol 08 or 07. He had a cobalt paint scheme on a truck. It was so cool looking. I would love to see a Napa 2022 or 2021 primary car on an Xfinity car. I think that would look really, really cool, folks. Now, number two on my list here, I got to go with the most expensive Chase Elliott car to date right now of 2020, the Hooters 2020 Chevrolet Camaro. Look, they did not produce nowhere near enough to supply the population of Chase Elliott fans across the country here, because this paint scheme, as of today, it's over $30 or $40. I mean, it's incredible how fast these cars just jump up in value sometimes. Obviously, the 2021 cars out there, and I believe it's still in stock over there at Circle B Diecast. So if you missed out on the 2020, don't worry. Make sure you use the promo code Diecastbuffet, and you'll get free shipping. Any orders $20 or more at Circle B Diecast. Link down below to that. But for the 2020 Chase Elliott one, it is just a beautiful paint scheme, right? It looks the same as the 2021 in terms of the paint scheme on track. I do think the 21 has a different shade of orange, I think, at least from the 124s I've seen. But definitely beautiful, beautiful race car, man. It's really cool. They also ran a pink Hooters version at the Fall Texas race last year. It looks really good, but I much prefer the orange, and I think most people do. But absolutely, that is number two on my list. Now, here's number one. Number one on my list. Look, I'm a Jimmy Johnson fan, okay? And when he decided to run the Jimmy Johnson tribute paint scheme at Darlington last year, which he should have won in if it wasn't for the 19 car, but that's besides the point. 2020 Darlington throwback for Chase Elliott. Oh my gosh, man. Look, for so many years, Chase Elliott has had, man, Darlington throwbacks. Look, I get it. They're old school paint schemes. But I can think of so many other cooler paint schemes that would look better on track. To me, this was the first good Darlington throwback for Chase Elliott, in my honest opinion. And I tell you what, man, I freaking loved it. The silver, the metallic blue. Holy cow, man. This is one of the most perfect paint schemes I have ever seen. Beautiful. They took that 2009 Jimmy Johnson paint scheme. They put it on a Gen 6 Camaro. And look, they did it right. They could have used decals for the blue and decals for the silver. No, they did some Exalta paint work on that thing, let me tell you. Beautiful, beautiful car. And the diecast might be even better, folks. It is an unbelievable diecast. If you have not picked up the 164, what are you doing, man? It is one of the best Chase Elliott paint schemes ever, and it is easily #1 on my list. You know, the Jimmy Johnson tribute, the metallic blue, the silver. It's just a really, really well done car. Now, there is a little bit of a difference between the Authentics version and the Gold Series. Something about the quarter panels on these are a little bit different. Where the silver goes down, it's a little bit further, I think, on the Authentics version compared to the Gold Series. One of them was a changed version, and one of them was kind of the first approval, so to speak, version of it. So there's technically a variation, much like the Hooters truck, but nonetheless, beautiful, beautiful diecast. I tell you what, they could make that the Napa primary, even though it's Lowe's colors, and I wouldn't care. I would be totally for it, man. Beautiful diecast. So what's your top 5 Chase Elliott diecast of 2020, or paint schemes, or whatever you want to call it? I have some really cool ones for 2021. You know, you think about the A-Shock car. You know, that one's beautiful. Oh, my God. The truck A-Shock car. Oh, my God. I need a diecast of that. But I think about, of course, the 2021 Darlington throwback, the good old Alan Kawicki paint scheme. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. There's a lot of good paint schemes for Chase Elliott in 2021, but what do y'all think about his 2020 cars? What is your #1? There are so many raced versions, too, and that's what's kind of difficult. You know, you have the Charlotte Kelly Blue Book car, which looks freaking awesome. You have the Martinsville Playoff one. It's got so much damage to it. It's just, there's too many good ones to choose. If it was top 10, we could probably put all of them there, right? But top 5, I have to go with what the car looks like. I tell you, there's no beating that Darlington throwback. That is the GOAT paint scheme for Chase Elliott in 2020. But hey, man, good throwbacks will always prevail over just normal paint schemes. I love the old school stuff, so of course I have to be kind of biased there. But I'd love to know what you think. Make sure to comment down below if you haven't already. And please consider giving the video a big thumbs up, guys. If you have any ideas for some videos, shoot, comment down below. I try to get to all the comments. Might not reply immediately because I get a lot of comments, thankfully, but I will get to those down the road. So, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see y'all in the next diecast video or gameplay video, whatever you want to watch on the channel. Lots of cool stuff will be here on Diecastbuffet. Have a great one, everybody. Diecastbuffet, signing off.